While Stephen and Charlie struggle with the sheep, our wannabe artists get down to work. When they finish their piece, they'll put it in the gallery.
Like a man climbing out of the box.
To me, it speaks of desperation.
Exactly, the clawing.
It was actually more your desperation.
Oh. What do you know about the mole?
You're saying the mole.
Yes.
Charlie. Very interesting.
Let's leave this standing alone on its own. You have something replacing the leg.
I've heard Picasso found much of his materials in the city dump.
In the dump.
Is that right?
So I've heard.
I just stacked the face mask and books on it, holding up the chair.
That's kind of cool. It's like using your identity and learning as balance.
We could pick out a leader, we'd grab them by the ears and pull them.
There's one with a bell.
We saw some sheep with bells, and Judas sheep that would lead them into the pen. I tried to kind of corral one that kind of spooked him.
Don't, Charlie, they're gonna run everywhere.
But I think if we get one with the bell, he'll lead them in.
Yes, but there's 4 of them with bells.
He check.
This is the worst of our pieces so far. I'm not liking this.
You only need to have one piece for the exhibition.
I know, but we're trying to have options so that we can have something to choose from.
Building an oeuvre. I commend you.
I want to put our heads together on this glass because
Yes.
I think it could be cool. You know, there could be pages, you know?
Carries so much more weight.
What's the title?
You know what I mean? So it's the same, broken and so shattered. What are you thinking of this?
It's all right, but I think I like the box better.
This is kind of fruity, so it could fit. Hiche.
Charlie, I'm gonna scare him this way so you get those leaders in the right in front.
Hiche. Call your cousins over there. Ah, cousins, come on over.
As soon as we get them in, let's shut that gate for a moment. Figure out how to get these last ones.
I'm gonna go try to put them over here with that hiche bit.
Okay.
You try to just make sure these don't get out.
All right.
Hiche. Close them gates! Okay, go to sleep. We're gonna count you now.
I think it's getting to be too much, too many different objects.
Less is more.
Take the head away. Let me see what it looks like without the head.
I mean, we could put the head in the box to make it more subtle.
I think this is it. We do.
So this is it?
We're not sure yet. Don't rush us.
Don't rush us. We have to make a decision on this. I vote no on the jewels.
Sometimes you just don't know when to stop.
Make your case for the jewels, and I'll make my case for the jewels.
Okay, my main case is that I think there should be something that is being reached for here. I like that it's just like crappy, broken material goods, because it just makes this whole thing seem even more futile.
It don't necessarily fit with the feel of everything else.
See, that's why I like it. I like the contrast.
You're saying yes or no on the jewels?
I know you really like them, so we're gonna go with them.
But I hate them, that's the whole
You know, I did the box, she did the gloves, I did the rope. It was just like, put the jewels there. You have to, you know, have the thing that you really want in there too.
Genius!
If we win this, it's gonna be the best.
Now that the sheep are in the corral, Stephen and Charlie can try to count them.
Just start counting out numbers, I guess, for you.
Yep.
It's not gonna work this way.
Numero, how many?
Eh?
Numero, how many sheep?
No comprendo.
Come on, you're fooling me. No?
Comprendo.
You're not fooling me? Doggy, come over here. What do you know? I can ask, he just can't tell me. Now that we got them in, we got our 20,000. If they get out again?
If they get out again, we don't get it.
I say stick with the 20. We're never going to be able to count all these in 20 minutes anyway.
25, yeah.
If we start counting and they get through the fence, we lose 20 grand. So a bird in the hand or a sheep in the corral is worth 2 in the bush. I think we cut our losses and let them count themselves. Little Bo Peep, I'm not, and the time is over. Way to go. I'm very satisfied and happy.
I'm happy with that.
I'm sure the other team should be happy also. Mark of the mole.
Jim and Catherine's art is now installed in the gallery. They wait upstairs, listening while the art critic tries to pick out their piece.
I thought we'd start by just maybe walking around and have you talk about the work a little bit.
This piece seems to sum up the whole show, doesn't it? Like, what, who, and where. Here I can see somebody is trying to make a final work. It's like a painting. It's vertical on the wall and it's flat. Right, now let's go to this one. Nice box. I can't help thinking this could be the same artist because of the use of rope. Here we got fighting back, I suppose. I like it when art uses sport. This seems to be a very religious piece. It's a cross or a crucifixion. Again, I think it's too simple for it to be, the non-professional piece. Non-professional always tend to do too much, start with. You put too much in. You try and cover all the bases. So now I've got to make up my mind, right?
You have plenty of time.
I'm suddenly thinking about this one because it is so absolutely flat. But I'm sure they'd have done more. They'd have tried harder. I think I'd go for this, actually.
So this is your selection?
I think I would go for that, because I think it's the most active piece. The others are very internal.
Well, congratulations, you guessed correctly.
Really?
Yes, you did. Jim, Catherine, you guys want to come down here?
Hi, how are you?
Well done.
Yes.
This is
I don't
Jim.
believe it.
This is Catherine.
Hello.
That's don't step on this person.
There was big debate among the afternoon artists over whether or not to include the jewelry.
Oh, no, I'm glad you did. There was also a giveaway, because I said that starters will put in lots of elements. But I really like it.
Put it in there.
Unfortunately, it was a loss for our players, but a victory for art, I think.
I suppose so. I don't know. I think this is a really nice piece.
Lorna, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. It was really good.
I enjoyed it.
All
That was
right.
great. Well done.
Going into the test, I kind of made light of the whole kind of artistic process. But, I'll admit that, I had a good time doing it, and I got into it.
We have some other critics who would like to view your work, so if you guys would go back upstairs. Come on in. Don't worry, it's just art. Don't worry.
Okay, that's art, all right.
Funky art.
I know you guys probably don't spend too much time in art galleries, but this is where Jim and Catherine spent a lot of today. Now, for their test, they had to create an original piece of conceptual art. We gave them about 3 hours to do it in. We gave them lots of supplies and a studio to work in. The piece has now been installed in this room. I want you to take some time, look around at all the 9 pieces of art in here, and if you can decide which is the one that Jim and Catherine produced, $20,000 will be added to the group pot.
We're on a roll today, so I think we feel very confident, don't we, Steve? Come on.
Yeah, we can try.
All right, well, this is your chance to be art critics, so
Okay.
have fun.
Okay, this would definitely not be Catherine, because anything with pugilistic overtones would not be her. This is kind of fruity, so it could fit.
Those things don't really bother me, but at the time I wanted to run downstairs, and Catherine was there just like, "No, you're gonna make us lose. Stay."
Jim jumps out at me here. As of Catherine's input, I don't know. This looks familiar.
Yeah, but that's
Look
not
at-
his. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry.
he broke it.
Uh-oh. I was allowed to touch this.
It looks like somebody drew that, and I don't think he'd even have that much talent. Let's
Yeah.
flip for it.
Okay, heads noose, tails
Tails.
red.
Okay. That's heads.
Head noose.
News.
Jim, Catherine, will you come down?
I heard that. I didn't know you were there, Jim. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were there. That was a,
It was the bread.
You're kidding. It was not. It was not.
Here! I collect antique sporting equipment.
Charlie.
When we were looking for a hand test of which one it would be, I found it was ironic that Charlie's name was right on the front of the glove, right in front of us, and neither of us saw it. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know how we missed it, Steve.
The art test is over, but the sheep test is not. They now have